Most of the money to pay off with. I told him he was a sucker, but it looks like I got here too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream. It is the 8R Stars Cup special event. It is your boy Priest bringing you the action, also in partnership with METAGOOGOL, a very special and beautiful application that allows you to connect to everyone around you, post content, and it also allows you to download apps on social media, just like on social media. So big shout out to the guy from 8R for bringing you the action. This particular event or this particular tournament is going to be comprised of PUBG Mobile's strongest teams, and I'm talking about PMGC. Yes, PMGC level teams and some PMPL teams as well. And it's going to be very interesting when we see, the participating teams of today's matches. There's going to be 3 days worth of gameplay. You're going to have 5 matches each day, and that's a total of 15 games. So there's going to be so much action packed, and it is the 8R Stars Cup special event. Do not forget, all of this action is brought to you by the guys from 8R and METAGOOGOL, the strongest application for all your social media and download needs as well. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the action is about to kick off, and before that, let's run through a little bit of the tournament structure, just to give you guys the idea of the maps we're going to be having today, and the point system, the prize pool distribution, on all of that good stuff. Without any further ado, the game has probably already started to kick off. The classic PUBG Mobile point system that you know and love. First place will be walking away with that chicken dinner and a 10-point point system to follow it as well. Second place with 6 points, third place with 5, fourth place with 4, fifth with 3, sixth with 2, and the placement points run to an end at 7th to 8th place. 9th to 16th unfortunately will not go home with any points, but one elimination will equal 1 point, so for a fact eliminations will always count, will always be the order of the day. But without having to explain too much, we're going to go into more details as well. I think we're going to have 5 maps today. I think we're going to begin this tournament with a couple of interesting maps going forward, but we just have 3 days of competition, and today being the 23rd, we're going to have the first phase of the competition today. That's day 1. We're going to have 16 teams participating today, I believe, and day 2 and day 3, that is the 24th and the 25th, tomorrow and the day after that, same time as well. So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to follow through on all of this PUBG Mobile exciting content. And again, like I said earlier, we have 5 maps ready for you guys. We're gonna pop into Erangel, gonna be the first map of the day, and after that we head into the desert map, Miramar, Sandhawk. The action continues in the 3rd match of the day. Then we will head back to the desert map in the 4th game, and in the final match of the day we will close out in Erangel. That is where, ladies and gentlemen, we will close out the end of the day. Most teams do love their maps individually, so we are going to be seeing a whole lot of statistics to follow through with team strength, team availability and their rotational ability when it comes to these different maps. Unfortunately, no Vikendi here. I am, a big Vikendi supporter. I was thinking I was going to see a little bit of Vikendi action today, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. But nothing to fret about. Sandhawk will bring all of that action. It's going to be very, very tight and nitpicked. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how the teams will perform, especially, the PMGC teams. I want to see, what it's going to be looking like. I'm super excited. I already saw a couple of teams in the participating team list, but I want to get my confirmations yet before I say anything, because the PMGC, ladies and gentlemen, is only a couple of days away. Yes, days away. I wouldn't say weeks. Yeah, it might just boil down to weeks, but really I would just call it 10 days away. I mean, PMGC, the league stages, I think Group Green starts first. I'm not sure, but we did complete the EUC championships yesterday, and unfortunately my team, the team that I do support, the Gaming Gladiators, did not make it to the PMGC this year. But not to fret, next year will also be actionable. We'll be there. So I was getting trolled a lot yesterday when Gladiators didn't make it in, but it's all part of the struggle. We'll take that one on the chin, and then we'll just navigate from there. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, download the METAGOOGOL app. I think the link will be somewhere in the description. Tap into that. And also, there's going to be a prize, or rather prizes, to give away for some of you that will be creating content on the METAGOOGOL app. It is basically like a social media platform. You get to upload videos, reels, pictures, whatever it is you want on the platform, and then you will be creating content around the 8 Stars Cup special events. So whatever you do, use the hashtag, tag the right sources so that your content will be posted up there. The person with the highest number of engagements will surely be walking away with an interesting prize. I'm not going to be the one that's going to spoil what the prize is yet, but do not forget to tap in, download the METAGOOGOL app, and immediately you tap in, you interact and create some content in there, post something interesting, post something that is going to get you a lot of engagements. And the more you do, the more your chances of winning something big. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to hop into the matches sooner rather than later. But if that's not the case, I think we have something interesting lined up for you, going forward. It is still your boy Priest. And by the time you see me again, it's probably going to be inside of the matches. So stay tuned and don't touch that dial. All right, so we did rock a little bit of that intermission, but I think we're back now, and we're about to take you guys for a ride into the very, very merry world of Eranju. So ladies and gentlemen, it is the 8 Stars Cup event brought to you by 8R in partnership with METAGOOGOL. So tap into the app, engage, post, and create as much content as possible. I'm personally just logged onto the app, and it's looking very, very fun. But ladies and gentlemen, it is Eranju, first map of the day, and we're about to have our first taste of action going forward. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Miramar will be following next. They will have a general idea of what it is we're going to be looking for. And Hyper, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's right. You saw N Hyper, so you know exactly what we're looking for. You know exactly what you're gonna see here. And it's nothing too far-fetched. Yeah, okay, playing path will give me a bit of a general idea what is going on here, but we'll trying to sort out the Alright guys, so I am working with the production team, trying to figure out the color grading here, but looks like NHyper will be the first team to play in here. So wasting too much time. It's going to be a very interesting one here. Right. So our playing path is very interesting, cutting all the way from the west to the east. I would call that west to the east, and we've got an interesting lineup of teams for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I think I see Enigma Galaxy. Yeah. Is my audio in? Production. Is my audio? I can't see. I can't see anything. There's no stream. like Alpha 7 has been cooking something very nice there. Carrillo tries to break through with the UMP again, face to the right and the left-hand side. Face to the left and to the right, but Carrillo will be dropped to his knees, unfortunately, with the M4 and back into the lobby. They go. Alpha 7 will be the first team back into the lobby. Unfortunate scenes there. They just couldn't deal with the team from CMF, unfortunately. And 5 eliminations for them. They did lose 1 player, but Dictator will be getting picked all the way up. As we head over to the northern side, there we can see the guys from Influence RUKH. Another powerful, strong PMGC team all the way from Brazil. And they have been looking very, very enticing going forwards. I think they did win the Americas Championship, so big props to them. And I think Loops Esports is also here, so there's a whole lot of Brazilian representation going on. And that is what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. The action continues to move forwards, as you can see Divine. Lillian just driving through, trying to gather as much intel as possible, sitting on top of a little bit of a hillside, just get their angles worked out. As you can see, GokuBot just peeking into the northern shacks there to gather some more intel to navigate through going forwards. Influencer Age will be looking very, very tight in that corner. As you can see, trying to spray again towards that northern side. Faceboy just escapes the danger for the time being. Spray is good again from Rainbow. And you can tell that the Chaos, if they will take this engagement, on the receiving end of one of the assaults right here. They will be taking this engagement. They will find a better position inside of the zone. Beautiful spray coming in from Rainbow, though. Was able to deal just an inkling of damage. Force them to make that rotation. We'll probably get an interesting set going forwards. Falcon, you can see them trying to get their hands dirty there with the guys from NHP, and I think they were able to get 1 body back into the lobby, but REINCE Esports will just be chilling around this dogmatic areas. INCO, or rather, is that Intense Game or INCO Game? I'm not sure, because I know that this is INCO. Then Intense Game, I guess. It is what it is. Intense Game will be navigating through. Just gather some more intel here. Sasquatch looking forwards. Trying to pop right through. Again, trying to hold off a little interesting play there. NASR have 1 player knocked away. Hasn't been able to get picked up. Spec, grenade is good. Just in front, he's down to about 25 HP. Trying to hold off. Lil Boy has been knocked away. The angles there looking very, very tight. Federal looks like he might have been sent back into the lobby as well. Showski all the way to the back end, trying to deal with the guys from NASR Esports. Xenox is crawling away. He's been knocked away. Federal back into the lobby with Law, and it's all left to Lil Boy. Through beautiful spray, of course. Finally gets the knock, switching to Xenox is knocked away. Finally flushed as well. Influence Rage. I'm not letting this one slide away at all. Grenade is good. On to Shawowski's position again. Tries to connect it. Falls short. Spec still knocked away. Has not been picked up. Angles looking very feisty here. Another grenade is good from Shawowski, but he unfortunately does not connect. Falls in with the S12K. Tries to do the rest of the damage and send the rest of the guys from NASR Esports back into the lobby. Grenade again. Beautiful grenade. Will force Shawowski to fall back and reconsider his options. Again, the angles are looking very, very tight. Starts on the right-hand side. Switches again to the S12K. He is going to be phased through. It's a 1 versus 1. It's a 1 HP, but Shawowski will come out on top. Influence Rage will rage on. And ladies and gentlemen, 4 eliminations to them, but not without a cost. Lil and Law will be the ones paying the price. And Shawowski will not let this one rest again. Switches immediately back to the S12K, looking for an opportunity to break the ice, but unfortunately he is going to be overwhelmed by the sheer power of brute force, I believe. Guys from Genesis Esports, I believe. I think there's a little bit of miscommunications working through there, but trying to work it out. Genesis Esports, I believe, will be holding a very interesting position here. Master Ichi with the eliminations for them, trying to hold off. They're looking very, very solid going forwards, but we'll have to work through all of these positions. The Atomic has been spotted. That's to be a very interesting holdout for them, and Hyper, unfortunately, will be sent back into the lobby. Here comes Atomic, try to spray from the left-hand side, but he will be dropped immediately there by Hitman, and he will be flush. Instantaneous flush, no chance for revival there. Rainbow has been knocked away as well, and now Hitman trying to look for an opportunity to pop through to a Sadness, spots him immediately in the distance, and will gather as much intel as required from the rest of his teammates. Another opportunity for them to work through the angles here. Hitman will be circling all the way back from the back line. Master Ichi again with another shot. Brings again with another shot. AKM is good, but Sadness is there from the back line. Finally gets a knock through onto the corner. Hitman will be taking the one versus one against Sadness. He pops right through, and a beautiful shot will send him back into the lobby with the quickness. Rainy Scene Sports back into the lobby they go. Unfortunately, with no eliminations, they were able to put up a good fight, but that will not be the case for them. Back into the lobby they go. Guys from A1 as well will be following suit. The violence continues as there is so much chaos. Team Queso following suit as well. It's looking so unnatural, you know, the way these teams are being positioned. It is phase 3 of the circle, and it is closing fast. There's so much interesting violence going on here. Loops and Intense Game, the only two teams that have not been able to get any eliminations so far, but they do have complete teams apiece. Also, okay, Enigma Galaxy. Okay, I'm pretty sure this will be sorted going further. But influence. Hold on. Okay, that is not influence rage. Okay, so it's gonna be very tricky for me to hold on, you know, all of these, because I'm not even sure this is loops. This is not even loops, man. Okay, guys. So you have to bear with us. We'll have to, you know, fix the setups hopefully going forwards. But sec NB and we'll be holding out a little bit of an interesting side here. They will be moving forwards, just holding up in the warehouse, nothing too crazy. They will hold on just this position going forwards. Play zone is going to be favorable for them. They will be cornered up in the south. Will not necessarily have to give away all of their positions, at least going forwards. But then you do have just 2 players, and they will have a lot to deal with here, because I believe Intense Game is the team that is behind them. That will be working to hold up the angles there. Best just a circling, but do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8-hour special event, the Stars Cup. It's brought to you by MetaGoogle, top tier social media-esque application. Do not forget to tap in, register your account, and create content on the 8-hour Cup special event, and the best and most engaging content will walk away with prizes. Ooh, so NB will be cut down to 2. They're still holding up inside of the shack. The shack play will be very interesting here, but 7E Goku bot has been spotted just inside. INCO still holding off. Surely the angles have been spotted. Their Molotov is good, but not good enough. Beautiful grenade there from NBes. Again, he might be getting tagged up. He's exposed to so many teams right now. He would have to choose a better position. Unfortunately, he will crash into the hay bales there, but moving on. Find a better position inside. Just offside, but he is going to be blown away with the quickness, I might add. But unfortunately, I do not see him getting flushed away. The rest of his teammates, Sasquatch being one of them, trying to keep the rest of NB at bay inside of the shack. Surely he's been spotted, but this might be an opportunity for them to deal so much damage into the guys from INCO. They've not been able to hold on all of those angles for the time being. They will need a lot of utilities if they are going to stay unnoticed going forwards. But still, NBes still crawling, still knocked away. Reset hasn't come through. Will require a lot from him going forwards. But again, there is so little time. It is phase 4 of the circle, and he will be confirmed by GokuBot. 70 will steal that one away. Too much time wasted from Squash there, unfortunately. And that is the price he will pay for not going to reset when he did have the chance. Utilities would have been an interesting factor. So 2-4 OP, mind. Might be burning up there. Molotov is right at the door. Fortunately for him, it will not be doing much of anything. Another opportunity to switch up to the S12K. Pops the shot, but he will be locked and dropped with the quickness. Beautiful touch from Mad Cat there, but a grenade just over the top there by Alian. Oh, connects immediately there and will bounce that one away. And Alian manages to escape the danger there with a slither of HP. 9 eliminations for them. They've not lost any bodies just yet. And hopefully they will be able to navigate through those positions, falling through there. As Alian will move another position, might just be getting tagged away. But will survive even further. Divine will not be so lucky. Back into the lobby she goes, or he goes. So chaos there from GokuBot. Finally manages to find a position inside of this compound. Will be able to play from the high rise. Team there from Intense Games still looking very, very strong. Still looking very capable with all of their players intact. GokuBot is still on the offside, trying to pick up as much intel as possible. McGrellin. We have 4 eliminations. That chicken dinner would sound nice right about now. 10 points. And 10 points closer to the money. And will require a lot of sacrifice. 6 teams still here. 14 players, or rather 15 players still squirming about. Interesting play here coming in from McGrellin. But NBes still looking very nice inside of the shack. The play zone now starting to do what it does best. Papa Blue squeezing the teams inside. INCO still holding tight. They've got 3 players in the mix, and that would play a fantastic role for them going forwards. They still have to deal with the guys from NB inside of the shack. They do have the play zone. Now it's an opportunity here for Rafa. He will give the intel for the rest of his teammates to make the crash onto that position, but he's circling back, gathering as much intel as popping through. That's a nice spray there. Rafa will be a victim of nonchalance there, exposing himself a little bit too long. Will take damage all the way up to the helmet there, but will refrain and reposition. Angles looking very, very tight here for INCO, trying to move forwards. There's more and more time, more and more opportunities for them. They finally make a break for it inside of the zone. They go. Diego looking forwards, still trying to deal with the guys from NB. Again, all of these all of the rifles right now are pointed towards them. Diego escaping the danger just a little bit too close for comfort there, but manages to move just before the final blow was struck. Must be feeling like Samurai Jack now. Squash will be circling backwards. INCO looking very strong here. Master Ichi has been absolutely phenomenal here for Genesis. But how much more time? How much more time do they have? Zone 5 closing out. Diego and Adrian looking forwards. Remember, as a 3-man, it is only Genesis that has a complete team and a complete angle to work off of. But that has never stopped anyone before. Northern side looking very interesting now to navigate from. All of the angles looking very, very covered from Intense Game, but the play zone will have surely. And McGrellin is low on HP there. And West Cali might have just done the needful in dealing so much damage. They would have to postpone the rotation just a little bit, and that might prove detrimental in the future. The play has shifted away. Genesis Esports will have to navigate a little bit further to the front. CMF now will be the next victims there. INCO tagged away. Becca with a good grenade all the way across there. Diego with a grenade of his own. Beautiful touch too to seal the deal on that one. And INCO will lose a couple of bodies to hold off. And Diego will be circling the block just to hold on. 4 eliminations might turn to 5 sooner rather than later. CMFG will be receiving a big grenade coming in from Master Ichi once more. And that will be the end. INCO will be spotted out, squashed, banked away. That will be the end for them as well. There's more where that came from. 8 eliminations for Genesis Esports. They're looking very, very capable right now, trying to spray through. We all know the danger this particular weapon will pose. The long range could spell disaster for the rest of those teams that don't have their angles and bases covered. Master Smile. Looking for that opening there to breathe forwards. Diego still looking very strong. Adrian and McGrellin on the back end. And now they've finally found a way to inch inside of that play zone. Is coming in from the southern side. Again, the play zone is closing a little bit further and further. Tags coming in. Adrian receiving the reposition. Vehicle will go up in smoke and provide an excellent piece of cover going further into zone 7. Was heavily tagged up in serious trouble there, one bullet at a time, but the utilities surely will do the trick here. And Adrian popped up a little bit too much for comfort. NB did not let him hear the rest of that one. He will immediately return to base and choose another plan of attack going forwards. Again, Master Ichi has been absolutely diabolical to the rest of these teams. Genesis are not playing around this time, trying to send them all the way back. Besek just trying to figure out his next play, but he's gonna be tagged away by Master Ichi. Diego again peeked and warned one more time, and Nesek has been knocked away. The reset has not come through. And the Kaz will be, unfortunately, will not be able to do much about it. AUG from Diego will close the door on that one. But that is just one of 2. There's still more action to cover. There's still more ground for Akaz to work through. All the angles there looking very, very interesting here. But the play zone is starting to sink right through here. Again, the tag is good all the way from that position, but he's deep into the blue. He will fall by the wayside. Surely there's no way he makes it. He denies the points and goes back into the lobby with grace and dignity, I might add. That is a beautiful way to finish, holding up for the longest time. Now we're down to 3. 8 players in the cut. And still, Genesis have all of their players intact. And still, they have a beautiful split. But I spoke too soon. Master Ichi knocks clean off his horse. And there's no way he's getting picked up, surely. There's absolutely no way that he will be getting picked up. It's not looking very likely. And he has been absolutely phenomenal for the rest of his team here. But unfortunately, there's nothing that can be done. West Cray, Smile, and Matt Boyha unfortunately cannot do too much about that one, so they will be cut down. Master Ichi, they can only watch in dismay as he bleeds out. The intense game will claim the points for that one. Now they were up to 6. Finally made their way inside of the zone. McGrellin not giving away his position just yet. They'll have a couple of teams onto that eastern side still holding up. Or rather, one team to that eastern side holding up. They still have the building advantage. They still have the Overwatch advantage. But I think it is just one player, and there's only so much he can do. It's Goku Bot for 7E all the way across. Cannot do too much from there. But it will be the action that we know for a fact they will have to deal with. Intense Game and Genesis Esports, surely it is between 2 of them. I do not see any kind of spoiler from Goku Bot all the way out there just because he does not have the play zone. It will require some kind of big effort for him to navigate all the way from there, but it is going to take a toll on his special abilities if he can make it happen all the way from there. Remember, this is match 1 of 5, and this is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by ITA and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Don't forget to tap into the app, download and utilize. It is basically social media and app store all in one. Goku Bot hops into his vehicle, finally makes it inside of the zone. And that was a beautiful, fantastic play. Master Smile looking towards the northern side. He spots Magrelin, but will the spray connect? Remember, to give away your position at this point, it could spell curtains for your team. Again, he pops through the nice spray from, but he totally forgets the right-hand side. Might be a little bit dangerous for Diego there. He hasn't been spotted through, but Manat Boy again will do the needful. Grenades will pop through all the way across. Unfortunately, Diego will spray into the distance, but none of his bullets will connect. And will choose another path to work through. Intense game. Will be gaming intensely going forwards. They do have to be careful. They have all of the angles covered. They have all of the play zone to work with. But there is that danger of that one single player, that Goku bot. Has a particularly off angle on both teams. He could spell danger. He could sneak into that top two. It is unlikely, but it is still a possibility. The odds would be going crazy right now. If I was a betting man, the odds for Goku bot now would be through the roof. And those are the odds I like to take. Diego, still prone, circling. Playzone will not make it any easier. Starts to force them out. But Intense Game have a better position. They have so much real estate to work with here. As you can see, Manat Boy just hopping inside of the buggy to deal with all of the chaos there. That might be a possibility. Goku bot starts his own movement inside of the zone. Hasn't given away his position just yet. He gets up, and that's the danger there. That small movement might have done something. Oh, that's a good grenade over the top. But will it do the trick? All the way over the top, but doesn't connect. That's a fantastic play from Goku bot. Oh, Master Smile. Surely he saw him. The moment he popped up, he was spotted. They did walk away with 9 eliminations, but that is not a bad result in 3rd place. But now Genesis have 10. And now that chicken dinner will boost them so far ahead. And that is what we love to see. Master Smile looking forwards again, trying to pop through the left-hand side, looking very caked up. Diego and Adrian will be holding it for the time being. And he's all out of utilities. One Molotov cocktail tag is good. Onto Adrian now. He spots Diego, tags him for his teammates. And now we might be looking too intense for Intense Game. Another opportunity again. Diego might pop his head a little bit too early for comfort. McRellin thrown on the ground. Smile still trying to deal danger. Manat Boy onto the right-hand side. And the assault is on. Diego is all left to him now. It's a 1 versus 3. He tries to pop through. Again, the tag is good. But he's on fire. And that will be the end. Genesis will seal that one and end it with a beautiful finish, wrapping it up with the quickness, ladies and gentlemen. 13 eliminations, over 2,000 damage, and the chicken dinner to boot as well. Genesis Esports from Master Ichi down to Master Smile. They were mastering the entirety of the Eranju map. That was beautiful to see. Absolutely fantastic work coming in from Genesis. You cannot make this up. They were absolutely brilliant right out the gate. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our first match of the day. And it is a beautiful way for them to wrap around and wrap through. Genesis taking in that first win in a lobby that had influence rage. And, and a couple of other interesting teams. But it is a beautiful way for them to wrap up the game. I mean, that is 23 points right out the gate. And that is how you want to start your 8R Cup Stars final event. That is how you want to kick it off. Absolutely breathtaking performance coming in from this team. You can't even deny. That was absolutely brilliant. I loved seeing every single part of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to kick off. What a way to start the day. Absolutely fantastic work from Genesis. I saw them winning that. Absolutely no way they weren't going to win that. They've been absolutely brilliant all the way from Master Ichi down to, Manat Boy and Master Smile. Unfortunately, they did lose Master Ichi along the road, but they did compensate. He was probably in their ear, still giving them all of the intel that he wanted to give them. And yeah, it did work its wonders. It did do its magic. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful play coming in. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 8-Hour Stars Cup special event. We just had match 1. We saw the guys from Genesis steal it and seal it with 13 eliminations and that chicken dinner to boot as well. What a way to kick off. And that is how you want to start. You got to hit the ground running and just keep running. So we have Miramar coming up next. But before that, we're going to run through a couple of statistics, and then we'll see how all the teams perform. So don't touch that dial, because we're about to, run through it and give you guys a real interesting general idea. Genesis and Influence Rage, he did do a magnificent job of holding out all of the angles and all of the positions there. I did see Shalsky do a magnificent job earlier on against the guys from NASR Esports with that S12K 13-9. And the damage is not too far-fetched, maybe 500 less, but the assists pretty much about the same, and owing to the fact that these two teams survived, roughly about, let's say 2 minutes of each other, is absolutely breathtaking still. A couple of grenade eliminations, couple of headshots here and there, a couple of knockdowns as well, but not too much to work through, nothing too absolutely crazy. There's still a chance, there's still so much to play for. We've still got 4 matches, to work through, and that will give you a general idea of how intense this is going to be getting going forward. But, I'm looking forward to see who the MVP was, because I'm pretty sure if it's not Master Ichi, it could be someone from the Genesis Esports camp, because surely you can't even make this up. Absolutely breathtaking performance, coming out from them. Yeah, so do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8-Hour Stars Cup special event brought to you by METAGOOGOL. You can see the website and you can scan the QR code. I believe that is a QR code, so you can scan that to get the app on your Android or iOS device. And taking a look at the seismograph here, interesting turn of events coming through for these teams. You can see the damage to elimination ratio is pretty straightforward as you go down the line, all the way down. But CMF did have the potential to do a lot there. They got into a little lesser altercations, and they did lose a lot of players along the line, and they did lose them in untimely fashion. I think they did get swiped off somewhere around 4th or 5th place, and they did pay the price for that one, because they were huddled up in an area. They didn't occupy too many positions, but they were able to get enough eliminations right out the gate. But they couldn't. It couldn't necessarily tally with what they were trying to accomplish so far. But 6 eliminations is not too bad at all. It is absolutely not too bad. But you can see, Genesis, like you said, tallying perfectly with their 13 eliminations and over 2,000, points of damage. That is to tell you that, yeah, they were ready. They were absolutely ready to go ham, and they did exactly what it is they set out to do. But more of the same will be coming through there. The leaderboard will be on top. You can get an idea of what is going to be looking like. So you can see Genesis will be leading the pack, 23 points in total. In 2nd place with 14, Enigma Galaxy. 3rd place with 12, CMF all the way out there in 4th place with 8 points. And unfortunately, REINCE Esports and Team Queso with Alpha 7 not able to rise to the occasion just yet. NASR Esports was stopped away by Influence Rage earlier, and Soshalski do a magnificent job of holding out. They did do a fantastic job of still working through INCO, and intense game, also settling through to work through. But I am looking forward to see more from NHyper, and Falcons. Why? I'm Alpha 7. I want more from them. These are the teams in the PMGC that that I'm rooting for. I'm definitely rooting for NHyper from America, and I'm also rooting for Alpha 7 and Falcons White. So most of these teams, I've seen what they're capable of outside of this event. So I'm super excited to see how it's going to end up. We've got 4 matches left. We've got 4 maps. and Miramar will be the next map coming forward. So we all know that we have to just stay tuned and stay strapped in. And by the time you catch me again, it's going to be the Miramar match. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by METAGOOGOL. Do not forget to scan the QR code. Scan it so you can get the app on your Apple or Android devices. And then once you download the app, you know what to do from there. It's basically social media. Download, upload your content, and do not forget make content around the 8R Stars Cup. And the best content with the most engagements will walk away with a prize from 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after a couple of minutes. Then we'll have Miramar ready for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live stream. It is your boy Priest, and it is the 8R Stars Cup special event. The action continues all the way out here. We saw the guys from Genesis Esports take that first chicken dinner and 13 eliminations to back it as well. 23 points in total. So they are leading the pack on the leaderboard right now, and they are not going to be letting this one slide away. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what maps we've got next. We have Miramar coming up. And now the desert map. So all of the strategies now are going to be applying to this desert map, so you guys can have a general idea of what it is all of these teams are trying to accomplish going forwards. So 4 maps to go. And now we're about to make that 3 maps to go the moment we kick off with Miramar, and it's going to be an interesting turn of events, how the teams are going to be able to manage this one going forward. So hopefully a little bit of technical difficulties with the team, identification, but hopefully it's been sorted out going into this map. But if it hasn't, I guess we're all going to have to, work through it together. But, like I said, I'm a big fan of Vikendi. Vikendi's not on the maps today, but we do have Sanok, and that's my second favorite, where the chaos is unlimited. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready and hop on the plane with the rest of these teams and get a general idea of what the playing path will be telling us and how the teams will be absolutely ready going forwards. Ooh, interesting playing path we've got here. Something along the lines of validity. As we often say, as we do often say, actually. So it might be a defining moment for most of these teams. But again, there's some interesting chaos. We saw in the previous map that it was west to east, and it's going to be west to east again. Ooh, 7E getting an interesting action-packed moment all the way across on that western side, just south of El Pozo. It looks like they might be Monte Nuevo, might be something untoward for them, but we're about to see where the chaos will lead. Again, interesting playing path, an interesting zone, because we've seen that the play zone has moved a little bit towards the northern side. So most of these teams will have to, play around the north as well. As you can see, Brute Force just circling up the hillside as much intel as possible. I think they did see the guys from 7E all the way down south. So that's a beautiful spray. But unfortunately, that's not going to work through. Influence Rage starting to clear out. No, okay, that's not Influence Rage. Again, it is not. It's a tag, but it is not Influence Rage. It's 7E actually that tries to from Brute Force. And there's again. He's gonna catch one, catch two. He's down to 1 HP. Might decide to shoot through the tractor. The jump shot is good. Tries to drop through, but a better jump shot from 7D. And near Divine will close the gates on that one. Beautiful touch to work through as well. Absolutely fantastic way to seal that one. What a way to finish. Team Kenso on the other back foot again. They've been able to catch a couple of interesting shots there as Milovan tries to pop through over the top. NASR Esports on the receiving end. They've already lost one to Rares. They might be on the receiving end even further. Zara trying to escape the danger. So 4 versus 1. They're chasing down. Story, they've heard the commotion from his footsteps. Might be a game changer here if he can do something from the back line. As he tries to pop through again. Utility starting to come outside, but the chase is on. Milovan leading forwards, chasing on again, trying to hold up, while NASR Esports are still holding down, trying to keep inside. Ooh, spray is good from Stars, but he's going to be dropped almost immediately as well. Beautiful touch too to come through. VSS might pop through over the top, but unfortunately he tries to tag again. Fantastic stuff from J7. Manages to catch yet another player from the guy from Team K. So now they're in trouble. Rares again tries to reset all the way to the left-hand side, and NASR are down to 2 players, Spec and J7. They might be in a little bit of a discomfort here, trying to deal with the guys from Team K. There's a lot of work that might go through into this one. Milovan again tries to pop through. Beautiful touchdown from J7. Manages to get another knock onto Kiki going forwards again, but Milovan will decide to get the reset up. Spec still listening for audio cues, listening for footsteps, but he might expose himself. J7 unfortunately made the mistake of passing out a little bit too early, and that will be curtains. for NASR Esports. Unfortunately, back they go into the lobby. Intense Game, on the other hand, will be receiving some chaos, and I believe that will be the end of them as well. Adrian will be receiving some serious bodily harm from the guys from A1. Beautiful touch coming through. Team Queso showing exactly why they are PMGC level, showing us why exactly they are built the way they are built. Absolutely fantastic work coming through, coming forwards. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why we are here. We are here for all of that action. You can see Fist Boy from NB is peeking forward. He has got that M249, one of my favorite guns in the game. Imagine my combination is actually an M249 and a VSS. Trust me, you won't see that anywhere else. That is my favorite combination. I know nobody asked, but I'm gonna tell you all regardless. My favorite combination, yes, the M249 and the VSS. Don't play or you will learn. Now, ladies and gentlemen, NB looking very nice here, but unfortunately they have lost Sec in the cars. And it's crazy how those two are the last two of the previous map. Unfortunately, they have been dispelled back into the lobby with the quickness. Stage 1 of the circle will be closing out in a little over 2 minutes. So they will, everyone will have to decide where it is they want to call home right now. Will be a big deciding factor. Intense Game. INCO will be sitting pretty all the way out here to the southern side of the car, though not having to run into anyone just yet. So you can see Rafa in his URs, just following the footsteps, or rather the trail steps of NBes, just going into the front lines of all the action. There's more to it than that one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8R Stars Cup special event, the second match of the day out of 5. And it is brought to you by METAGOOGOL.TECH. Do not forget to scan the QR code popping up on your screen to download the app on your Apple or Android devices. You can download and upload as well. You can do a little bit of uploading too. You can upload videos, photos, anything onto the site. And don't forget to create some content, ladies and gentlemen, around the 8R Stars Cup special event. The content with the most engagement will be walking away with an interesting prize. Remember, it's going to be a big prize, so do not forget to tap in, install the app, get ready. I installed the app already. I'm already cooking something to post on my page as well. So you guys, I'm trying to win that prize for myself. I'm not even going to lie, because the guys from 8R do not hold back when it comes to surprising people. So, big shout out to the guys from 8R as well. And big shout out to Crowns too. Crowns was supposed to be casting today, but unfortunately did have a little bit of have a lot of stuff to deal with. But I believe he's going to be on here tomorrow. So a big shout out to my man Crowns for putting me on. Ooh, 7E. Interesting plays coming out from them. A little bit of a tricky split for them to hold going forth, but I think it's going to be a possibility for them to do this as well. So you can see if, I guess, that's what I'm going to call him. But N Hyper, my favorite team from North America, actually. And, they didn't necessarily have the best of the American championships, but it's all a learning experience, and I believe that they will be doing they will be doing amazing going forwards. But GK17 is going to be circling the block as well. He is in a buggy. Interesting choice of vehicles here, but will do the trick. GokuBot is back in the lobby. They did manage to squeeze out 4 eliminations before they went back into the lobby as well. So that will be a big decider. CMF now will be the next team to bounce into the lobby and bounce with the quickness. Unfortunately, they did go away there with no eliminations. So Specca will be the one to get 1 elimination away. Ooh. Looks like there was some action that was brewing all the way outside. It will be a little bit of a game changer if it didn't seal the deal there. There's more to it than that one, that's for sure. I will help back into his vehicle. Find another place to call home going forwards. So Becker continues to drive forwards into the distance. Genesis. Use some map. Soft, not giving away. We saw part of the discovery there. It's 7E. Still going to be sitting last week. Received some chaos there from the guys from Genesis. Now, this is an interesting engagement that's brewing forwards here. To tag on and tag along. Law. Trying to pop that off and go onto the right-hand side. Master Chi is going to be the next victim here if he's not careful enough. Little boy exposed himself a little bit too much there. He's back into the lobby. But that is a glowing weapon. That's a beautiful weapon. Skin from Law, actually. From INCO. That's a beautiful touch. Beautiful spray with the AKM all the way to the right side. Law totally forgot. There's more ops around as well. And he's going to be knocked away. INCO is down to 2. Federal and Shawsky. We saw Shawsky do an amazing job in the previous game from NASR. Can he clutch it up again? No, not this time. Master Chi will stop him in his tracks. Federal will be the last one left. And back into the lobby he goes. So that boy will close the gates on that one. Hyper now to deal with the guys from A7. Doing a fantastic job as well. But, they will not be sitting to take this engagement any further. Not yield much of anything. They've circled around them, so it will change the entire trajectory of what NHyper decides to do here, because they do have Genesis in the north that just got out of an interesting engagement against the guys from Influence Rage. But it is going to be a big changer if they can hold on, and if they can hold out, without having to risk more than they are willing to deal with going forward. Ooh, Falcons still holding up here. They've got 4 eliminations to them forcefully. They are hopping into phase 3 of the circle right now. We have 8 teams that have made it thus far. 26 bodies now. Hitman will be the one sent back into the lobby. And I'm pretty sure that was not Team Queso. Pretty sure Team Queso is still very much alive. Oh, probably took a name in NBes did catch a divide. He's been knocked away. INCO pulling up to the spot. Big sprays coming through from Rafa. Tries to pop through the right hand side. Again, the angle's looking very interesting here as Rafa gets the flush on the side. Sketch again, pops through. As well, he gets the confirmation through the window and tries to connect the rest of the shots. And now A1 trying to deal with the guys from 7E all the way across. And now there's more chaos holding off. INCO, NBes as well, charging his grenade, pops it over the top. Carrillo receiving damage as well. Back he goes. Utilities come out of skirts. He's going to be tagged up, falls short immediately to the grenade. And the left side looking very dangerous. Grenade falls out. He's going to be knocked away. It's all left to Becker, trying to hold up for the guys from INCO Gaming, but it's looking trickier by the second. And now there's more to it than that one. And then NBes has found a way inside to hide himself, but 7E T24 is still chilling and not moving a muscle and allowing the guys from A1 to deal with INCO as they are trying to incorporate the actions there all the way across, but Becca's still circling around inside, trying to hold off. Surely he can hear their action, but he's gonna move away and allow his teammate to bear the consequences of their decision to take this engagement. 70 is still on top, he's still relaxing, not moving a muscle, and he might be a thorn in the side onto the guy from A1. Absolutely chaotic scenes there. It changed all in a second. Now the guys from FlCN White and Alpha 7 getting into it now. Senna pops a grenade over the top, trying to do one. Revo has been knocked away. Oh, that's a beautiful grenade. Eek again pops through, but he's going to be knocked away. Take the first. Puncher's going to be knocked as well. Senna, 1 for 2. Pop through again. Onto Teek's position. Ooh, the UMP pops again through the smoke, but doesn't seem to connect. Tries again. Gets another one to the right-hand side. Gets a confirmation onto Teek, but he's going to be stopped away by FlCN White. Teek will not let that one slide. But Senna was cooking, that's for sure. He was absolutely cooking. Alpha 7 not backing away without tearing through. But FlCN White will step out and take that one away as well. Absolutely fantastic work from Senna. But Alpha 7 will be stopped in their tracks yet again in Miramar. As you can see, Becca did survive all of those engagements. And he managed to tuck tail between his legs and escape. You cannot blame him at all. It was looking very, very dicey for him. 70 back into the lobby they go as well, but they did manage to squeeze out 5 eliminations on their way out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are here to witness the action. It is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Do not forget to scan that QR code on the left side of your screen and download the app on your Apple or Android devices. Do not forget to upload any form of content you enjoy. Make videos, reels, pictures, you name it. METAGOOGOL can do it. And do not forget, the content with the most engagements will be winning a prize. And I'm trying to win that prize. So you guys you better outpost me. Ooh, Sketch has been spotted there by Shifan. And, he's looking for that opening there. Might be a game changer going to for an N-Hyper. They have all of their bodies intact, but there's still about 11, or would I say, yeah, about 11 more bodies they need to deal with. And that might be an interesting turn of events. REINCE Esports again trying to deal with that position. They are aware of Shifan, and they are not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt at all. The moment he pokes his head, surely he will be fished out. And that is the dynamic, ladies and gentlemen, of what guys from REINCE Esports are trying to do. They've got 5 eliminations. They are trying to break even into that number to make it more and more. The attacks continue from Atomic, and that's a beautiful spray as well. So you can see Aizen all the way on the back line as well. And Shifan is a little bit too close for comfort to that play zone. Will start to receive some damage if he continues to hunker down inside of there. But hopefully, the rest of his team does have particularly stronger angles inside of the play zone. Would require some sort of control dynamic moving forwards, but again, there might be a little bit more to it than that. And there is going to be a movement here for Becca. The only way he knows to move now would be on his belly, so as not to raise any sort of suspicion. Aizen looks like he's going to be rattling a little bit forward towards Master Chi. More action to it. You see Sadness and Atomic will be following suit. They are in an interesting split. One apiece, but all angles should be covered. From Genesis Esports are still looking very strong onto that western side, not having to break character or break formation, at least for the time being. But Becca does have an interesting position to pop through all over that window side. The angles are looking very, very strong here, but it looks like N-Hyper starting to breach. It's good. Ready shot from Shifan, pops right through. It's a 4 versus 2. N-Hyper know exactly what to do, and ooh, that's a beautiful GK pops a beautiful spray onto that corner there. Sketch will be knocked away. Sinister decides to take a fight into his own hands, one after the other, but again, first was right outside waiting for that play to mature, and it did mature, and they were able to snuff them out with the quickness. 2 eliminations for NHyper. And that is looking closer and closer, like a chicken dinner type of game for them. And that is what we love to see. There's more. It's more and more and more going forwards. You can see just Faz is trying to look towards into the horizon to see what is out there. He has spotted Aizen and the rest of his teammates. As REINCE Esports are still looking very, very quiet. A1 just saw they did get snuffed out, but they did get pushed away there with 4 eliminations to boot as well. As you can see, Teak, they're starting to pop right through there. Shifan expose himself a little bit too much there. Will get knocked away immediately by the guys from REINCE, but it's not going to, don't believe it's going to yield to much of anything. I spoke too soon about that one, but Shifan will be getting picked up. And Teak will be looking forward to an opening to work through as well. The play zone just a little bit towards the northern side. We'll have to move a couple meters in. And breakfast will be served sooner rather than later, but there's more to it than the angles that they're trying to hold here. Teak has popped an angle, and he might just have to use it, but no, he pops right through. Oh, return is good from Atomic. Absolutely breathtaking 1 HP shot all the way across. That was so dangerous. As far as was exposed to the elements there, Teak tried to take him out, but Atomic was there to the rescue, and he had no idea what just happened for him right now. And now the rest of the guys from REINCE Esports are still trying to hold on. Faz will move away from that position. He manages to get his HP level back up, and he will reconvene with the rest of his teammates, not giving that a chance at all. Teak will have to pop it back into his vehicle and find another place to navigate. So we'll go on to move in through the eastern corner of that zone. Again, Teak still sitting behind that terrain cover. He is playing from a dip position, trying to gather as much intel as possible for access position. Master Chi will be getting clocked with that car 98. He's been knocked away, and now an opportunity for the push to come through. He's all alone, and I don't see him getting picked up. And unfortunately, he will be bleeding out, as Aizen was the one to be called the death dealer here. And Becca is still inside of that building, still gathering as much intel as possible, trying to work through the angles there, trying to gather all the intel he can going into the next phase of the circle, the play zone, starting to shrink forwards, squeezing all of these teams together. And man, that boy is just moving slowly and silently with a slither of time. Does have a little bit of play zone to work with, but that is about to change in the next minute and 30 seconds. Rainbow is looking forth towards the glowing crate of Master Chi. It is an interesting combination, a Groza and an AUG. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a beautiful combination to have. But Becca is still in there. He might be a Trojan horse going forward. We saw Goku Bot was the Trojan horse from the previous game, but didn't necessarily do too much. Koi. Oh! But that was a beautiful spray coming in from the guys from REINCE Esports, but unfortunately, Aizen didn't have he did have the sight lines, but I really thought he did use that car 98 to get the knock on, but unfortunately that was not the case. That would have been a set for sore eyes, but they cannot make the push across, unfortunately. Will not yield much of anything. Would be a high risk, low reward type of situation. Sadness, still looking forwards. Aizen continues to pepper the shots into the smoke, but he's got the angle all wrong, and he's going to be tagged away if he's not careful. Tries to pop through again. Headshot might connect, but unfortunately Faz will spray him instead. And now, 2 for 2, tag for tag. Boy will be knocked away, and Rainbow now will have to play off the back foot. Atomic trying to hold off the back line. GK trying to make a rotation, find a better angle, but he's been spotted, and Rainbow will have to reposition to accommodate that movement that GK has just made, and he might just be getting tagged up sooner rather than later. But NHyper will continue to hold out that eastern position. not having, or rather that Western position, not having to give away that angle again. GK pops in, pops right through. The headshots will be very dangerous here because he's got Sadness and Rainbow to deal with. Grenades over the top, tries to connect through, but he's getting tagged from underneath. Now he has to be careful. That position that he did choose, he's starting to pay for it. 1 second at a time. Angles are looking too tight. Too tight for him to work through. Rainbow's trying to deal with him all the way across, but unfortunately he's managed to get ahead of the situation. But then Hyper gonna have to deal with a lot right now going forwards. He does manage to pop a couple of smoke grenades just to shield the vision offensively. And I would call it a little bit more defensive. GK in trouble right now. That M4 might seal the deal. He's 1 HP. One manages to escape, but falls off his vehicle, and Hyper now will be in trouble, as Atomic surely knows that they are playing against an Hyper with 1 player knocked away, but will they be able to do anything about it? They do not have the play zone, but REINCE does. And this might be a game changer here, but there's so many angles to be covered. Somebody's still knocked away there, and they haven't been attended to. The hospitality right now will be getting weaker and weaker, and it looks like GK will succumb to his injuries there, and then Hyper will lose 1. The numbers advantage that they had will be cut down even further. Now they play as 2. Shifan will be the next to bounce out. Koi will follow. Popped off a little bit too early. Faz will be the last one left, as Falcon White will set their sights onto him as well. Probably the smoke grenade would be the time to pop them out. But I don't know if the reset will be a possibility for Hyper here, because there's so much chaos. As Shifan is still bleeding out and losing HP bars. And I'm not sure if he's going to be picked up, but there's still chance. There's still an opportunity for him to get picked up. But what will be done? Oh, he's getting tagged up again. Oh, possibility here for Fast to get knocked out. Unfortunately, he does not choose to pick Shifan, and he will be uprooted by AXA with a beautiful spray across. 10 eliminations for Falcon White. And Becca is still inside. Still relaxing for INCO. And Hyper will be bowing out. Atomic got a beautiful spray all the way across there. Azen was spotted by Teak. He's going to be knocked away as well. Grenade is good all the way from Axis position. He tries to pop it over the top, and it might just connect. Unfortunately, he does manage to give a little bit of a wounder there, but it's not enough to do much of anything. Another grenade from AXA might connect onto the top side, and Rainbow might be in danger of that one. He bounces right in front of him, but unfortunately not enough to deal that kind of damage. Becca still sitting in that vehicle unscathed. He's not making a move. He cannot be spotted. They can't see him just yet, but another opportunity for Atomic to deal something there. He might just pop over the top side, and a grenade is good over the top, but it doesn't connect. A little bit of a warning. The DBS falls out. AXA tried to take on 2, takes 1, tries to take the second, but unfortunately Azen will stop him in his tracks, and surely that will close curtains. But Teak will be the last one left. The knock is on, trying to hold off Falcon White, but unfortunately Teak will be overwhelmed by the sheer number of REINCE Esports players. Another grenade will pop inside, trying to hold off. Teak is in the corner there. I believe he does have a DBS to seal the deal with there. Tries to pop through the corner, but an opportunity there. The Groza will pop out instead. Tries to fall through. The Teak will be snatched away. Beautiful play from the guys from REINCE Esports. Rainbow will shut that down immediately. Becca has just been relaxing here, not making any sort of moves. Finally makes a way to hold off here, and the rest of the guys from REINCE Esports have not been able to discover that Becca has been here the entire time. Becca, you have to respect the tenacity of Becca all the way from all of those engagements. The moment he decides to pop his UMP, surely that will be curtains. If he manages to seal this out, I would be impressed. Ooh, Azen is in trouble here, and he might be sent back into the lobby if he's not careful. What is going on? He allowed himself to be sent back into the lobby. Come on, man. I would have taken that shot onto Azen, but I mean, you know, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken dinner for REINCE Esports, 11 eliminations and over 2-4 damage, even higher damage than the guys from Genesis in the previous game. And you can't even deny the action was packing in that game. Absolutely breathtaking performance coming in from the guys from REINCE Esports. What a beautiful way to finish. But my MVP has to be Becca. It was absolutely beautiful to watch him slither through the entire game unnoticed to get a second place finish with 4 eliminations for his team. So that's about 10 points to pack up, or it's 12. Yeah, that's about 10 points to work through. Beautiful finish for INCO. But REINCE Esports will be the team number 2 to take that chicken dinner away. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how we work through again. Absolutely breathtaking performance coming in from the guys from REINCE Esports. 11 eliminations and 8 assists. Can't make that up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the 8 Stars Cup special event. And we just saw a beautiful performance coming in from the guys from REINCE Esports and Becca. You know, I always have to mention Becca. It was absolutely brilliant the way he played that. You know, as a solo player, that was respectable. That was a very, very respectable performance. Big shout out to that. But also that engagement between Senna and Falcon White, that was peak. That was a highlight for me for this game. That was absolutely breathtaking to watch. Senna is insane. He is so cracked. You know, I love when I see stuff like that. You can't. It was sheer excitement, you know, coming through from me. So Alpha 7, I do love to watch them time and time again in Brazil. So absolutely breathtaking performance. But yes, N-Hyper unfortunately fell a little bit too short. You know, GK falling to the play zone. All of that happening was just so overwhelming. I was not expecting that to happen at all. But you know, Falcons did do a magnificent job of holding on. As long as they did, you know, they managed to get double-digit eliminations, 10 for that matter, you know, just one shy away from the actual winners of, you know, the chicken dinner. So you have to respect. Teak was absolutely fantastic, and Axe as well. You know, they did play as 2 for the most part going into the final phases of the game. So yes, that was so impressive to watch through. You know, knocks and assists, similar play styles, similar results, you know, but the guys from REINCE Esports just edged out a little bit longer by having more players going further into the game. You know, Aizen got knocked away a couple of times, but he still managed to, you know, to get that reset onto him. He was always leading the charge every single time, trying to pop through, especially with that AKM. But Rainbow was absolutely fantastic. He did have a Broza and an AUG to back that up as well. So nobody was going to take that one away from him. So absolutely breathtaking, you know, performance coming in still. But yes, you know, Alpha 7 did rise to the occasion this time, finally popping through. And a big shout out to Senna for that one, finally putting them on. You can see the guys from REINCE Esports and Falcons White just missing each other by 1 or 2 points here and there. You can see, you know, Influence Rage also getting themselves an interesting turn of events there with 5, you know, eliminations and over 1,000 damage points. I've seen more of the same, but you know, that chicken dinner still continues to be elusive and evasive. Genesis Esports still managing to put some points on the board for themselves. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are here. They did get that chicken dinner and they still continue to put some points on the board. That is what you want to do if you want to, you know, maintain that first place position. But REINCE Esports have cut the needle, or rather have cut the thread a little bit shorter now, and the race is on. You know, so we are going to see the leaderboard sooner rather than later. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, this is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by METAGOOGOL.TECH. There's the QR code is right there on the right-hand side, the top right-hand side of your screen. You can scan that and download the app. And if you can't scan that code, well, you know, just head over to your Apple Store or Play Store and download the MetaGoogle app and upload content. So REINCE Esports, 21 points on the go, and Falcons White will be in second place with 15 in 10th game. I believe that was INCO, actually. But sure, in 10th game, in third place with 10 eliminations, or rather 10 points in total. So big shout out to Becca, because it was Becca that made that happen for them. Genesis Esports just falling a little bit by the wayside. They did get 7 points in total. Alpha 7 just falling behind with 6 for themselves as well. Influence Rage, another team to follow suit with 6 of their own. You can see the guys from A1 did manage to get 6 for themselves, but unfortunately CMF, Brute Force, and NASR couldn't do too much. Unfortunately, Team K-Soul did lose themselves after dealing with the guys from NASR Esports. So the point system was just not cracking it for them. Unfortunately, they did start the game running. They did get 4 eliminations, ran out the gate without losing anyone. But, you know, Milova did just get snuffed out, and they did lose you know, all of their players. I think it was to the guys from Alpha 7. I'm not certain, but it looked like that was the case. A big shout out to Team Queso and you know, intense game for dealing with those positions. But more action coming to you, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got 3 maps. We've still got more action loading, so do not touch that dial. Do not forget, it is the 8R Stars Club special event brought to you by 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. And do not forget, there will be a prize for the most engaged content on MetaGoogle or the MetaGoogle app. So do not forget to hit the link, probably in the the description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the stream as well. And scan that QR code to get the app on your social media, or rather, and your social media to tap right through. So, like I said, we've got 3 maps for you. So before that, we'll be heading into a break very shortly. So do not touch that dial. By the time we return, we'll have sign up for you. Get ready for the action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live stream. It is your boy Priest, and it is the 8R Stars Cup special event. And we've seen 2 games out of 5 pop right through. I think guys from Genesis Esports took game 1, map 1, which was Eranjul. Now we're heading into map 3, which is going to be my favorite map of the day. It is going to be Sanhok. The action is going to be packed. And that tells you what we're going to be looking forward to. But, I think we did see the guys from REINCE Esports take that second game in the bag. They get about 11 eliminations to follow through as well, 21 points in total. So they are chasing down Genesis Esports for that first place. And that's going to be a big definitive factor going forward. But we are going to head into Sanhok straight out the gate. And now everyone has to know exactly what's going on. Before we did have 2 west to east, playing paths. But now we're having an east to west, or I would call this an east to southwest playing path. So everyone gets a taste of what it is, the game has in store for them. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. The action starts now. Ooh, Genesis Esports on the receiving end there from NB first at the gate. This is match 3. And now is going to get a little bit stenchy going forwards. FlCN White starting to, I believe someone just got knifed all the way out here in ruins. 2 eliminations already. Grenade is good. NASR Esports on the receiving end of this one here. And that will be curtains right out the gate. NASR back into the lobby, courtesy of the guys from FlCN White. 4 eliminations to follow suit as well. 1 apiece for the entire team. Genesis Esports from Chicken Dinner to Turkey Feathers. One after the other, they start to fall. Master Ichi is on the ground as well, crawling for dear life. His own gift to Manat Boy. And Master Smile will be snuffed out and sent away. Manat Boy hightails it and gets out of the danger. And you cannot even blame him for that choice. It is going to be a big game changer going forwards, and it looks like REINCE Esports will not be letting this one slide, as they do catch a body there. But NB will be closing out that one going forwards. Ooh, as Cam Charlie will be having too many bodies there. Oh, DBS straight to the face of Shifan. They did manage to squeeze out 2 eliminations there, but the guys from REINCE Esports will come out on top. And this is why I love Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen. The chaos is unrelenting. Bodies start to drop and hit the floor. 7E will be circling here as well. Leon has been able to squeeze out 2 eliminations. It's interesting to have teams landing on top of each other in a place as inconspicuous as this. So, as Leon trying to gather as much intel as possible. It is Team Queso all the way onto the ground floor there. Milovan has been able to pop a couple shots towards Goku Bot, manages to knock him clean off. Divine will be trying to get that reset. Oh, true spray is good with the AUG right out the gate. Switches to the DBS, tries to get 2 for 2. Divine, with the help of Alien, buries Team Queso back into the lobby. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are here. We see all of this action. We see all of these bodies. And they do their best to navigate through. Intense game is here as well. And now they are peeking into the corners, trying to gather as much intel as possible. As you can see, Adrian is all the way rotating towards the higher point side, just to gather as much intel as possible to deal with this. But there's still a lot of bodies around the area. And any shots that they do let fly now will incur unwanted attention. Divine has been spotted. Spray is good, but unfortunately it doesn't connect. Yellow has been tagged away there with the DBS. Surely will be swept away by Divine. Divine is divinely cooking with that DBS. And now there's more to it. Goku Bot switches to the M7, but he's only got 10 rounds in there. So he will have to be very considerate with his bullets. Now Molotov outside, charges it. No movement. Might decide to burn right through into the corner. Well, he might pick the wrong corner. But McGrelin makes no moves at all. Oh, he moves. He moves straight into the fire, and he's gonna get burned. Goku Bot, 1 million IQ. singes forwards. Diego now pulls up in the Lamborghini. Here comes Divine. He pops through again with a couple of shots, but I think that will be a little bit of a warner there to hold off. Diego again tries to spray through with the M4, but decides to circle backwards, get a little bit of HP back up. An intense game looking very, very caked up right here. There's a lot of angles to be covered. Adrian will be running points onto the north side, and Diego will choose another angle to navigate from, but there's so much intel that is lost between these two players because they do have the high ground that they cannot protect themselves from. 7E still be circling about those areas again, trying to work through all of these potential blind spots, trying to make every utility, every bullet has to count. Phase 1 of the circle starts to close by. Diego hops in, tries to pick out a couple of utilities to work with going forwards. Again, there's still so much chaos inside of these areas. Goku Bot is still lingering forwards. We didn't necessarily have a lot of HP bars and utilities going forwards, but managed to scrounge something up. Now intense game. If I were them, I would move out of here. There's so much intel that they don't have. Divine, oh, Divine is going to be peeked away, and now there's an opportunity to work through again. The angles there might be a game changer here, as Adrian might decide to pop through from the right-hand side and expose himself to Goku, but that is the only play here, and it might be the deciding or rather defining moment. Here he comes, switches to the DBS, tries to pop through, but A-Train is there, tries again, jump shot with the DBS, tries to connect, but the shield and the cover is working in favor of the guys from Intense Game. Adrian again tries to feint, might decide to pop through and heal his and get his HP bars all the way back up, but the cover fire would be required from T24. He's on the back line, and he might decide to take that fight onto his hand, but again, the cover fire is brilliant from T24, tries to keep him at bay, and it will allow this reset to come through. Adrian again tries to pop through from the right hand side, but the DBS will connect head first, drops him to his knees, and the flush is complete. Beautiful play from Goku Bot. 7E trying to hold up, and he's all left to Diego now in a potential 1 versus 3, but the reset is still ongoing. Might decide to pop right through into that corner. Diego, a utility might be the right choice here, might do the trick, but he has to circle back and gather some more intel. T24 continues to apply the pressure. He's just too OP with the cover. And Goku Bot is going to have to get this reset on. At the moment, it is complete. It has to be curtains for Diego. Jump shot again. Might decide to drop it through. And now the reset is complete. Divine is up, and the danger onto Diego is infinite now. He cannot escape. They are going to have to circle his position. An Intense Game might have just sung their last hymns right here, and they're about to be taking to church. Diego again tries to pop through from the right-hand side. If he is going to get a knock here, surely a flash will follow through. Goku Bot is jumping up and down just to gather as much intel as possible. They do not want to be blindsided. A solo player is equally as dangerous, but now they're going to take it one after the other. The door is cracked open. Goku Bot switches to the DBS. Surely he knows. He tries again, and that will be the closing finish. And they will desecrate his crate. With all the shots in the world, Goku Bot not letting that one slide away, as they do manage to get themselves 8 eliminations to follow suit. And that is a beautiful way to rack up some points going forwards, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sandhawk, and it is why we are here, to witness the chaos, to witness the action. Go forwards, FlCN. Still inside of ruins since the game kicked off. They've managed to get themselves 5 eliminations. They still have some about 3 bodies up. There's a nuance to it, having all of your players inside of the game, but looks like the guys from INCO have lost Nene Bete, but he did part from this world with 1 elimination, and that is enough to do the deed. But to what end? FlCN, one of the strongest teams from their region, you know, and it's so impressive again to watch through. CMF unfortunately will be biting the dust back into the lobby. They go in 10th place. It is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Do not forget, METAGOOGOL is your one-stop app for social media and downloading other special applications. I mean, it is a special application. You know, I've never heard of an application that allows you to, to navigate it like social media and still give you an opportunity to download, applications that you might need on your smartphone as well. Well, that's a beautiful way to see it. Senna closing the door there on Atomic. He is going to be swept away. The Mafioso has been knocked off, but he will be getting picked up. And Alpha 7 have seen themselves to 4 eliminations so far. Unfortunately, Carrillo was the price they had to pay for that one. REINCE Esports will not be coming out on top this time, but they did go out there with 5 eliminations, and that is a beautiful way to follow suit as well. Influence Rage looks like they will be running in to a little bit of a drama with 7E there. It might be a deciding factor in which way this game will go. Alpha 7 crashing inside into the guys from A1. It's a 4 versus 3, so they will have to pick and choose how they want to fight this. DBS underneath, but that would not be the wisest gun to choose for this. Sketch has been heavily tagged up from that corner. Sinister is inside of the shack. There might be a changer to hold off. Senna tries to spray through again with the 4 times. And a grenade might be bouncing through inside of that door. He might have to shut that door, but he fails to shut the door. The grenade will bounce right on his doorstep, and he will be knocked away. Senna in trouble. Mafioso again with a grenade will be the next to follow. A1 are not letting this one slide. Sinister will come to claim his prize. Surely Senna back into the lobby he goes, and now another opportunity to deal with that one, but Alpha 7 will be cut down to just 1 more player, and a grenade from Revo will seal the deal as that one buys through. But that will be the end of Alpha 7 surely. It's about to get super tricky. They cannot make something happen going forwards, but again, there's still some action here. We've seen Becca. We know what he's capable of doing, so we know for a fact that it's going to be more and more of him to see going into the PMGC. So I am going to be excited to see more of him. Arkan will be snuffed out there by 7E. He did walk away with 7 eliminations. They were discovered in ruins. They started their game there, and they will finish it there, unfortunately. Phase 3 of the circle closing out within a minute. There is a navigating space to move forwards. Brute force finally getting their sights set onto the guys from A1. Might be an interesting clash here. Becca doing what Becca knows how to do best, and that is survive. The squash. I would like to get a camera on the squash to know exactly where he is, because he's not here. But there would be an interesting setup to know where exactly he is going to be playing from. But Hitman continues to spray onto the forward position to navigate through and hold off. But Hitman will be confirmed immediately there by you. That's a beautiful touch. Sketch will get that reset. You have to commend A1 for surviving this long and defending this position. Oh, brute force biting off a little bit more than they can shoot there, and now they're getting punished heavily. Sketch tries to pop right through over the top. Beautiful touch again onto the backside from Sinister, trying to hold off, and he will have to reposition. Brute force again called out in a 2-2. It's a 3 versus 2 now, and brute force will have to decide which angle they will have to focus on, because they will be stretched thin. Squash is on the back line from the bridge side coming through. He might pose a threat to this engagement. So for you again has been spotted. Genesis Esports are still not too far away. Manat Boy might decide to pop through from the northern side, coming down from the hill. But again, it can change the entire dynamic going forwards. Sketch trying to circle from the right-hand side. The hills are going to work through, but ooh! Ned's heavily tagged away there. For you will be the last one left. And again, he might be tagged the moment he exposes his head right there. Ooh, heavily tagged up, 1 HP, surely. And Sinister will go across to get that confirmation and that flush to seal the deal for that one away. 6 eliminations for A1, and brute force cannot brute force their way out of this one. They're getting heavily tagged up. Before you try to make a little bit of a move there, but K9 will snuff that out and close it away, as A1 will walk away from these engagements with 7 eliminations. The defensive prowess from this team is absolutely breathtaking to watch. Defending this compound from at least 3 teams so far, and losing just 1 player in the process. That is very commendable. And now we are down to 5 teams. 10 players in the cut still. The play zone is inching closer and closer. Zone 4. Big defining moment. They are trying to work through the angles there. But 12 eliminations for 7E here. GokuBot is just going to pack a stim. And now Influence Rage surely are looking in that direction. They have an inkling, they have an idea of where that player is. They're looking out for GokuBot. They're just waiting for him to pop outside from that corner, and they will send all of the 5.56s in his general direction. The GokuBot will be packing up all of the stims that he can, just to move out of the way. He's taking his sweet time though. Ooh! Chowski was tagged up heavily there. A big warning for him to reset, because the rest of the team from 7E are still aware of that position being occupied by Influence Rage. They might decide to play it through from that side. But GokuBot finally manages to make it inside of that circle without having to lose too much of HP. Not burn through his utilities, but he did still burn through his utilities. But fortunately for him, he does have teammates that are still alive. Squash is in here. Becca, unfortunately, not able to pull out a 2 for 2. Manages to survive as long as he can, but Squash will continue to keep the flag flying high for the guys from INCO. Sinister hanging on. A1 have been absolutely dominant inside of this Painan area, trying to hold out these positions, and they have held it very nicely. Genesis still have Manat Boy surviving, holding on. Not giving away his position just yet, but if I was him, I would play a little bit more central than that. You know, playing from the back line is going to be very treacherous, owing to the fact that you're just 1 person. You might be able to squeeze out 1 elimination, but that's about it. It will not go any further. Law, very situated very nicely underneath the bridge, but not giving away too much. He might decide to pop a lock and drop a little bit further down south. Catch, still trying to gather as much intel as possible. 7E do have the most, I would call it the most perfect position inside of the circle right now. I don't think they can be topped. You know, with the way this position they're holding is very nice. I think Law has been spotted by Sketch, and this is about to get tricky. The fireworks are about to go off here. If Law is not careful, he might be getting tagged up. Again, he has to be very careful there. He has no idea that Sketch does have him in his sights. But fortunately for him, the distance is a little bit too far away for the flush to come through. Sinister. Another one. Again, looking very nicely here. But, like I said, Divine and the rest of the guys from 7E do have a beautiful position here. You're not inside of the zone yet, but they can decide what it is they want to play across from here. It is going to be a matter of being very proactive. You've got 12 eliminations at this point, but how many more can they squeeze out? Law and Showski still on the back foot. Again, that boy, like I said, one elimination is all you can hope for there. And he has cut down the guys from A1 down to 2. Now, they're playing as 2, courtesy of Genesis Esports, and they might just play as 3 if you're not careful. Divine continues to spray across, catches a couple shots to a Sinister's position, but they do have the zone, so they will have a lot of cover to work with. Law and Shelsky are starting to make their move inside of that zone. The play zone starting to force these players out onto that southern side. That boy is going to be taking serious zone damage. We'll have to make a move inside. And now Divine is trying to block that movement as well. But A1 will have to deal with so many teams trying to make a move into that general location. The play zone will be a big decider of what it is they will do going forwards. Divine, again, tries to pop through and lock. That one with a beautiful grenade over the top. And he is going to deal damage onto Sinister's position, but he might be exposed here to the guys from 7E onto the high ground. But he does have the play zone. And it might be a big game changer. Jump shot is good. A beautiful jump shot with the DBS. Again, he tries to make it 2 for 2, but he's going to be tagged up heavily. 7E now trying to spray through, but is he going to seal the deal? No, he's not. He's not. He jumps through, tries to connect the shots, but unfortunately, that will not be enough, as he will be spotted away by K9 there with the M4, and he will be shutting the door. Spray is good again from Law, tries to connect, but he is going to be swept back by GoQBot all the way from the top side. Divine will be spotted. Spray again. Inshowski will be discovered by Divine this time, and the spray is better than expected. It's a 3 versus 1. K9 will be the last one left for A1. And GoQBot has a general idea of where he is. They're just trying to wait for him to pop his head up a little bit there, and surely they will deal with him. T24 pops up to the scene. He switches to the DBS, tries to deal with him, tries not to expose his head, but he is going to expose it a little bit too much. T24 again, and surely will take this one and put him down out of his misery. 7E over the top. The DBS from T24 will seal the deal, and that will be that chicken dinner for the guys from 7E. Absolutely brilliant. 16 eliminations, ladies and gentlemen, the highest we've seen today. And that is what we are here for. 16 eliminations. It just keeps getting better and better and better. Absolutely beautiful stuff. You can't even make this up. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my days. 16 eliminations. And A1 was able to, I think, go out there in second place with 8 brute force. They'd have 6 with Falcons, and REINCE Esports with 5 apiece. I mean, wow, that was breathtaking to watch still. Whoa! The action has been top notch. And this is why I said that Sandhawk has to be my favorite map today. You know why I said that? Exactly. 16 eliminations. You're probably never going to see that in any other map going forwards. You're going to have to bet me on that. But if I'm wrong, you guys should engage on the MetaGoogle app. Tell me how many eliminations can peak today. I want to hear, what you guys are thinking. How many eliminations do you think we're going to get higher than 16 in the last 2 games? Tell me in the MetaGoogle app and in the chat, so I can know, for example, what you guys are thinking. But 16 eliminations for 7E there, and that was absolutely beautiful stuff. Even higher damage points, still higher, even higher, clocking at 3,000. And also, this applies to the damage points as well. Do you think we're going to have more damage points going into the next 2 games? Is somebody going to beat 27 plus 2,700? Is somebody going to beat that? I don't think anyone is beating that, going into the last 2 games. But, beautiful performance from 7E. Still, all the way from, that fight they had against, the north side of Ruins, that top par. I'm trying to remember the team that they were trying to deal with that got very, very angsty going forwards. But it's very impressive how they were able to hold off, all of those positions. And they did lose a player earlier on. I'm trying to remember who they lost. I think it was GoQBot. No, it wasn't goalkeeper. I'm trying to remember who they lost earlier, but it didn't stop them from tearing through. They continued to rain the assault on the rest of those teams. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I love to see. 16 eliminations is no small feat. It is absolutely no small feat. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see if anyone is going to top 16. I don't see that happening. You know, that is the key to sign up there. But you know, you gotta respect the process. You gotta respect the hustle. You know, 16 eliminations is no small feat, especially in a lobby like this. It is absolutely cutthroat. But 8-1, another team that I did enjoy watching through. Defensive prowess, very, very strong. You know, that building, or rather that compound, you know, that they had to defend was easily one of the most difficult compounds to hold up, but they managed to do it. And not against just one team, but three, including Alpha 7. You know, they were able to hold off and mount off. So that was absolutely breathtaking to watch as well. You know, after the guys from 70 dealt with Team Queso and holding on from that northern side, coming all the way down to the south, it was a lot, you know, to deal with all of that. But they kept their cool, they kept defending, they kept holding out, and the players did shift away towards, you know, the outskirts of Painan. And I did think, you know, if they had been a little bit more proactive, it would have worked out, because Sketch was hanging out a little bit too long, you know, on that top side, was gathering intel, but the intel didn't necessarily work towards their favor, owing to the fact that the play zone did move away from Painan into that corner side. But you know, it was a big shout out to the guys from A1s for holding it down. Brute Force equally did the same thing to hold off, so we'll have to respect that one as well. But Influence Raid will be leading the charts in game 3 with 26 points. A1 in second place with 14, and a barrage of 8s from Brute Force and NB, with Falcon in 5th place with 6, and REINCE Sports in 6th place with 5. Team Queso, unfortunately, NASR and the CMF were not able to get any points on the board today, or rather in this match. But that does not spell any kind of despair. There's still 2 more matches going forward, and that in that time they will have to redeem themselves to get at least some significant points on the board. But yeah, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by AR and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Do not forget to scan the QR code on the top right corner of your screen to get the app on your Android or your iOS device, so you can you know, engage and create content around the 8R Stars Cup. So any post that you make on the app, you know, around the 8R Stars Cup special event, you know, you do stand a chance of winning something special for yourself. And do not forget, the most posts with the post with the most engagements will walk away with something interesting. So big shout out to the guys from 8R and METAGOOGOL for that. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 2 more maps coming your way, and the action is just about to peak. So let's see what's going to happen, you know, sooner rather than later. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you just in a moment. Do not touch that dial. Stay tuned to and stay glued to your seats, and let's see who's going to take the last 2 chicken dinners right after the break. Yeah, it's a break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live stream. It is the 8-hour Stars Cup special event, and we are down to the last two games of the day. We've seen so much action pop through. We've seen Genesis snatch a chicken dinner. We've seen 70 now just snatch yet another one. And now I think we even saw, some interesting plays between a couple of teams inside somewhere, Falcon White, and INCO, Becca. So much action popping through, but we are going to be heading straight into Miramar once again. And I did see, Hyper fall a little bit too short, in the previous Miramar game. I really thought they were going to have that one. But, I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't wrap that one up. But maybe they are going to do it this time around. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is Miramar. It's the 8-hour Stars Cup special event. To kick off, again, a west to east playing path. So 3 times out of 4 today, we've seen a west to east playing path. Heavily definitive on how the teams will decide to make these rotations and hold off from those positions. Again, they will be a big decider on how they will be able to move through and work through the angles there. But play zone is unfortunately going to move a little bit towards the southwestern region. So Falcons and NASR will be heavily blessed already right out the gate, having to speak too soon. They're already starting to get into some sort of engagement, and they are starting to pop through the shots onto the angles there that they do provide themselves. Again, there's so much chaos, unruly chaos, I might add, trying to navigate all of these bodies that's circling the area there. But it would be a big defining moment, because it looks like some bodies are trying to work through CMF. We've seen them not necessarily have the best start coming into today's games, but I think they've earned a little bit of a pass or two, coming forwards. As you can see, Dictator just circling intel as possible. We'll be able to call a spade a spade. There's more to it than that one, that's for sure. See Dictator just bouncing around, peeking the corners. Not being able to be lucky, but Team Queso again will be swept off earlier. In the previous Miramar game, they did come out on top. REINCE Esports did come out on top in general for the previous Miramar game. Big shout out to A's and Rainbow, Sadness working hand in hand. Intense game now, having their cup a little bit full. We'll have to do something about all of these areas they're trying to cover, just as a 4-man, playing as 4. Sadness is holding a grenade, trying to charge it over the top. Oh, it's a good grenade. But Diego managed to make it inside just in time. Diego popping, trying to unlock and drop. But the intel is looking good, yes, yellow. On the other side, trying to work through. Sadness hops outside. Oh, that's a beautiful position. Atomic has managed to hold off. But will they be able to maintain it, though? There's more to it than provided. Can Atomic do more than intended? The Dictator and the rest of the guys from CMF will just be hightailing it and getting out of this position. Rainbow will catch that first shot onto Adrian. Now, this would actually be a nice opportunity for CMF to actually do something about, this engagement is a potential 4 versus 4, but Diego will be swept away. Uzi from Agrelin, trying to pop over the top. Rainbow again, 1 HP, trying to circle back. He will shut the door onto the guys from Intense Game. That will be the closing remark for them into this game as well. And Impala will be arrested away from the hands of Intense Game. Again, REINCE Esports will come out on top, but not losing a single player, I might add. 4 eliminations to them. And they're already on their way again. The same performance they had in the first Miramar game, they're about to do more of the same. That is a big adjustment going forwards. but there's still more to be done. The South is the place to be right now. Most of those teams that are in the North, like 7E, will have to make a ghastly rotation, probably from the Western side. Just keep everything in order. As you can see, Puncher trying to punch his way through as he lands on the ground, just trying to circle backwards. They do have a little bit of play zone to work with, so they will not have to move around. They are in Minas Generales, not too far off. But Senna on the receiving end of some chaos there from NB. Mafioso knocked away there and will be biting the dust. Alpha 7 getting clocked. And I think they are in a little bit of a sponge between two teams. I think Brute Force and NB together as well in that area will require big moves to work through. And Carrillo will not rest. Always putting points on the board for Alpha 7. You have to love and respect Carrillo for his consistency in performance. Senna will be receiving some damage onto the corner as well. He will be biting the dust and be sent away as well. It's the rest of the guys from NB, but they will be making the advance a little bit further. It's a 3 versus 2. But Alpha 7 is more than capable of holding out. Already lost Senna and Revo. But will their sacrifice be worth it? Over the top, Carrillo. He's going to be tagged, unfortunately, trying to pop through over the high side. And unfortunately, Mafioso will be getting tagged away now. Carrillo trying. He might be able to try something from that high side, but he will be snuffed away as well from NB. Back into the lobby he goes, and that will be the end for Alpha 7. But NBS trying to circle backwards again. Fistboy, oh, he was tagged. The moment he turned around, he was unaware of what was going on down there, the reset. And now it will be a big defining moment for the guys from Brute Force. Oh, grenade from 4U. 2 for 2 piece there, and Sec will have to back away there. Fistboy now will be in danger. The game just turned on its head. 1 grenade and 3 bodies later. And Fistboy now will have to be on the defensive edge. They had no idea what was coming to his teammates. All it took was 1 grenade and the entire direction of this engagement just turned on its head. Big moves. Big moves from Brute Force. And they don't call them Brute Force for nothing. Forcibly moving out. Absolutely breathtaking stuff. And now Fistboy will have to carry the flag for his team. As Falcon continue to lay waste to the guys from NASR. Xenox has been tapped on one too many times. He will fall once again. But it's not going to stop him this time. Over a little bit of a corner play there coming in from Fistboy. He's trying to gather intel. Surely he can pick up the audio cues there, but it's going to be a little bit more dangerous than he thought. His mind for you. Just playing hide and seek. There's a navigative interest still. Ooh, CMF on the left side of the kill feed for the first time. Did not necessarily have the best luck in today's matches, unfortunately. Ooh, well, you just fell a little bit away there, and I think he's going to be punished immediately there. As REINCE Sports will be biting the dust this time, courtesy of CMF. They've finally risen to the occasion. REINCE Sports will be snuffed out. And back into the lobby they goes. Phase 2 circle is on the move. So, a minute and a half. It's going to be a big, decisive moment for most of those teams. but it is going to be a big improvement coming in from CMF. They've not necessarily had the best day at all. So 4 eliminations and a top 10 finish is a big step forward in the right direction. And hopefully the guys from NHyper will do the same. They were this close to getting a chicken dinner in the last Miramar game, but they fell a little bit too short. But hopefully they've learned their lesson. So ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, this is the 8R Stars Cup special event brought to you by 8R and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Don't forget to scan that QR code on the bottom left side of your screen just to tap into the website and download the app for your Android or iOS devices. Get closer and closer to winning that prize by posting content from this event on your page. And the content with the most engagement will be winning the prize by the end of this event. Puncher. And to punch through to the guys from Influence Rage Law. He's on the western side trying to spray through into the corner there, but a couple of shots will connect to Puncher. But Teak will be having none of that. Spray is good. He's going to be dropped, sent back into the lobby. So we'll close that one if as well. Showski has been spotted, but Lil Boy takes 2 out of 2 and will close the door on Teak as well, but he might be swept away. Federal has been knocked. And now P6 trying to tag on through. AXA has that grenade in hand. He's got 5, sending one after the other over the top. Lil Boy down to about 1 HP. Surely the DBS will do the trick. A jump shot is good from AXA. Will close the deal as well. Tries to pop through. Showski over the top side, trying to hold up. Spray again, and another spray, and another spray over the top. Headshot is good. Showski tries through, but he's going to be swept away by 6. FlCN again unrelenting in the open field battle, but NHyper have heard this now. They're about to capitalize, trying to reap where they did not sow, and that is the chaos that you love to see in the 8R Stars event. AXA has to fall all the way towards the backside, but NHyper, an opportunity has presented itself for them to steal these eliminations and get some points on the board for themselves. They cannot delay, they cannot relent. The decision has to be made. Koi circling around, looking for that opening. He has spotted 6 across, but he cannot do much. The terrain does not allow, and you have to respect FlCN for holding on for dear life. A Puncher will hop into his vehicle and get out of danger with the quickness as well. The spray from Koi. Oh, he's gonna be spinning out, and he's gonna be knocked away. Puncher in trouble now. Surely he's 1 HP. He might be tagged up, and he is going to be tagged away by Shifan. And now FlCN White in trouble. P6 again trying to work through. AXA trying to make a rotation to the left-hand side, but Koi is ready for him. Switches off to the DBS, trying to pop through, but AXA's DBS is better. Will connect the shot, and now Koi has been knocked away. GK all the way to the backside. AXA will be receiving a couple of shots across, and I believe he's going to be swept away as well. And I believe that will be the end of FlCN's. And that they will be closed out at the end of the day, courtesy of NHyper, unfortunately. But they did manage to get themselves 6 eliminations on their way out. Big plays coming in from NHyper. They made the call. Fortunately, they paid a little bit of a price, but it's not over just yet. Koi hung around a little bit too long there, but he did get tapped away. But GK is there to the rescue. Oh, if you do it to me, I'm going to do it to you. And that is the order of the day. Absolutely no idea where they got tapped from. But unfortunately for them, they were very close to each other. So the reset on Koi did come through almost immediately. And that is what you call teamwork that makes the dream work. Gochi got on the receiving end as well from Genesis Esports to that northwestern side. There's a bit chaos going on there, but NHyper did come out on top of this engagement. They've got themselves 3 eliminations to boot. And Koi will try a little bit of Need for Speed action there. NASR is in the vicinity. They hear all the commotion and trying to see what's going on. Stars just peeking up there. West Carry tagged up. We might be a little bit of a warning there, but GokuBot will take it upon himself to deal with it. An opportunity for them to make that push onto that position. They are going to have to make a rotation towards the northern side. That boy will be getting that reset up. Yeah, they are a three-man team. Brute Force is also here for you. 4 eliminations single-handedly, I might add, was able to deal with the guys from REINCE Esports, and back and forth. Grenade is good. Bounces it through again. He might be getting tagged up, but walks into a Molotov cocktail. Will not survive this one, that's for sure. Will be swept away by GokuBot from the back line. And Brute Force will see themselves forcefully removed from the lobby. And that is the end of the game for them as well. Seen 7E rise to the occasion time and time again. They did a fantastic job of winning the Sanok game, uncontested, I might add. Now they might be looking to do more of the same. West Carry backing it up like he's in a music video. Here we go again. Genesis. Utilities out. Man, that boy single-handedly playing inside of the dip. He's about to be surrounded by some serious NASR players again. Stars on the right-hand side might decide to pop a grenade over the top, but they are looking for that opening there to crack the code. Again, Minat boy has another grenade in hand. Bounces right in front of Stars, will force him to retreat immediately there. And now that's a warning if I've ever seen one. Oh, but another grenade from Minat boy. Surely this one now will open the gates. He will pick that one instead, but totally forgot about J7. And now an opportunity presents itself, but NASR losing one after the other. West Carry coming in from the north, sweeping them one after the other. Spec will be the last one up, trying to hold off the rise from NASR all by himself. Utilities coming out now. He's trying to shield a position for himself, but Master Chi's aware, tries to pop through, smoke grenades, and now actual frag grenades over the top side, trying to heal off. But his HP is so low. And he has to go. I'm gonna switch over now to the guys from 7E. I'm not expecting what is going to happen there, but NASR been swept away with the quickness, I might add. West Carry saw to it that that was the end. They've been able to defend this little house of theirs inside of this dip, but 7E have heard all of the commotion. They've gathered all of the intel that they want, and they will start making their moves, start making their plays, but I spoke too soon. Here they come. GokuBot trying to find an angle from that right-hand side, playing just right in front of T24. We've seen this combination. We've seen how dangerous it can get, but how much more would a tag like that look like? Master Chi Ichi tagged up again, Alien or Alien. Pops him right out of his vehicle there. West Carry surely knows that he's in danger, and he is going to try his best to hold up, but I don't see that happening. I don't see anything interesting happening here for West Carry. The moment GokuBot tags up, he might be a little bit of a warning shot moment there. Pops a smoke grenade to the left-hand side, but 7E will make the advance. Alien is there. 2 seconds, he's already at the steps. Pops him through. Master Ichi will see the M4, IC M4 flash before his eyes, before he's returned back into the lobby. West Carry now in a 1 versus 4 grenade right across his eyes, and he will have to reset and reposition himself because the utilities are non-stop pouring out from T24 and Divine. GokuBot still playing behind, but Alien will close that chapter with the quickness as phase 5 circle presents itself even closer. Sketch will be tagged away by Becca. INCO looking very strong here, but 7E once again starting to cook. 5 eliminations, and they're looking to make it another double-digit finish. They just did it in Sanok. Can they do it in Miramar? Can they do a back-to-back? In my opinion, this has been the most consistently performing team today, so they do deserve the accolades. As Kratos will be on the receiving end from A1, Sketch, and K9 not letting this one rest. Sketch has still been knocked away. The reset has not been able to come through just yet, but finally would be a deciding moment. Becca ground floor movement. Kratos is still knocked away. Bearing for dear life. The left-hand side would be an ideal position for them to make a rotation from. Western play will be in effect here. Grenades over the top. Becker getting tagged up. He is going to be dropped off. Sinister pops a grenade over the top as well. Casper's there trying to hold off, but he's going to be tagged right through smoke. He tries his absolute best to hold off there, but Sinister was going to cut that one away. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end for INCO. And Hyper will be there on the receiving end of some violence as well, but Sinister hops into his vehicle and tries to escape the danger. CMF is also there. They've been chilling and quiet so far ever since they got those couple of eliminations earlier on in the game, but now it's an opportunity for them to fight for their rights to eat rice tonight, because there's chaos all over the map. Miramar is not a map you play without any plans, you know. Koi has been spotted, and the moment you're spotted, the bullets will start to fly. Shifan still playing on the high side. He's been spotted as well. Tags over the top from Goku Bot. 4 eliminations apiece between him and Alien. Working hard, super hard. I'm not letting this one rise up. Koi still trying to reconvene with Shifan on that top side. They do have a little bit of a rotational ability to work through the play zone with, but they should be able to work even better when they are together, because they've already lost a couple of our teammates earlier. So every move they make now will be subject to whatever decision they want to hold on to moving forwards. But CMF have decided to play this one a little bit close to the vest. They have chosen to stay central. And it's not a bad decision. It is a compound, but they can easily get surrounded. But this is active. It is a very active decision for them to hold out. And Hyper got themselves 4 eliminations to boot as well. So it's not necessarily a bad position for them to hold, but Sinister will be on the ground floor. Will be on a definitive floor as well to work through from that position, being held off by the guys from A1. Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with how everyone plays their position in this team. It is absolutely a joy to watch. Goku Bot and Alien doing a fantastic job. You know, you can tell that T24 and Divine cook exactly when they are asked to cook. They cook whenever they are given the ingredients to cook, you know? They always serve breakfast to these teams that are not ready to be serious. Because the moment you get serious, you know exactly what you're here for. PMGC right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. But before that, we've got the ATAR Stars Cup special event to give you some of a taste of that action. And that's a big one to look forward to. Brought to you by ATAR and MetaGoogle. One-stop esports platform and social media. So don't forget, the top comment, or rather the top post that has a lot of engagements will be walking away with a big prize courtesy of ATAR and MetaGoogle going forward. So do not forget to tap in. Scan that code, ladies and gentlemen. Scan that code and get the app on your iPhone or your Android. Here comes Goku Bot, peeking over the top, looking for that opening. Not too far-fetched for him now, trying to work through the angles there. There's a lot of chaos ensuing in these positions. It might even be a little bit of a tricky one to work through. They can hold on for the time being, but again, there's so much utilities coming through from 7E. They might be able to hold this one accountable if they can get the opportunity. Because I'm having a little bit of difficulty here trying to work through my connection. You see Divine is a pro. I think that reset on. That would be the wiser choice here. Get one of them picked away, but it will not deter the movement, as they are looking stronger and stronger by the minute. But then Hyper looking around as well. They want an opening. Koi looking over the top, trying to deal with 7E, but there's so many of them. They have the numbers advantage. They're the only team with the numbers advantage. Koi has been tagged up, and surely Divine and Alien are aware of this. They're probably gonna try to pop utilities over the top. And it will be a big game changer here. They can do something about it. And there comes Koi again, looking on towards. Still got 4 teams here. Ten players. All looking out. Koi hops back into his vehicle just to gather a little bit more intel to work with. But again, the play zone is unforgiving. Mad Cat will be tagged away there. It's not looking too nice. Sinister closes the door on that one. CMF now in danger once more. Alien just circling the block. 7E again having blessed with the zone. They have an angle to play with, and now they can deal with every single team. They have them in their sights. And the spray is good, but Shifan is on the ground floor trying to occupy that position. Divine will spray across. Koi has been discovered, and back he goes. Shifan tagged up again. 9 eliminations and counting. The Koku bot was dispossessed almost immediately there. My CMF again, he might be decide to play off that corner. Shifan will be stopped by a beautiful grenade over the top. Dictator now. An opportunity for him to work through. Ooh, Molotov right through the window there. And another Molotov to seal the deal, surely. Rowdy tries to pop through towards the left-hand side, but Divine is there as well to hold off. Dictator still bleeding out. And he's taking serious damage, but I think he can be picked up. But that's not the decision here. It's a 4 versus 1. Over the top. Grenade is good. Might be getting tagged up here. An opportunity presents itself to work through the angles here for Rowdy. He's only trying to pop through again. He turns his back and switches over to the UMP. But it's not going to be the case for him. And then over the top chance here. 2-2 split still from the guy from 7E. Or Alien cracks a little bit too shy. Falls to his own grenade of his own doing. A little bit of attack too. But the split was perfect. The split was absolutely perfect. From 7E, they did exactly what they had to do. And it's a back-to-back chicken dinner. 12 eliminations. And over 1,700 worth of damage points coming in from 7E. I love how they played that one. They did not give it away. The 2-2 splits remained even to the most dire of situations. They held on to the game plan and came on top. 12 eliminations to follow suit. And I told you guys, there's no way, you know, that 16 eliminations is getting beat. I'm pretty sure that nobody's coming close to that one. You know, but 7E again, back-to-back chicken dinner, 12 eliminations to seal the deal on that one. 22 points to join the 26 that he just did. So you know that they're heading into the 50 and 60s range, you know, when we get to see the overall leaderboard for today. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a beautiful performance from 7E. I saw them, you know, riding out. Again, and Hyper falling a little bit short. And I think they went out in 3rd place. They keep getting closer and closer and closer, you know, to that chicken dinner, but he keeps eluding them every single time. And it's absolutely a joy to watch a team like 7E. You can tell that, yep, these guys are seasoned. They've got a plan. They know exactly why they are here. They know exactly what they want to do. They are ready to go all out. They're ready to follow their plan. That is all what it comes down to, following your plans. If you plan it this way, you follow it through. You know, it's all mental games when it comes to PUBG Mobile. So, you know, you have to be very direct in whatever it is you're doing when it comes to this game, especially when you're playing teams at this level. They've got strategies that they follow through in scenarios. If this happens, this is what I'm going to do. You know, you could tell right out the gate, GoToBot and Alien knew exactly what their roles were coming into this game, and they fulfilled it perfectly in the map. But you can tell 12 eliminations and big points to follow through. About 50% of that going to Falcons White. Sir Puncher again. They have been consistent with the eliminations. They've been putting some good elimination numbers on the board, but they keep getting swept out early. Very early. I think in Sanok they did 6 eliminations as well before getting stopped out by 7E, just outside of REINCE. So it might be a big definitive moment for Falcons White going into the next map. So maybe they might have to reschedule and shuffle some things around just to get a general idea of what it is they want to play going into the final game. But big shout out to the guys from Falcon White and 70. They did a magnificent job, but taking a look at the seismograph, we'll get a general idea of how these teams performed individually. And that's the big take there. You can see Influence Ray just tearing through with that performance, 70 doing a magnificent job. NASR Esports, this is the first time I think I've seen them, be on this seismograph, giving you a little bit of an inkling into their mind. They did have a good game here, but they did get sandwiched relatively very early, between the guys from Genesis and I think 7E. Sometime around the midpoint of the game. West Carry not letting them slide that one out at all. But A1, was also there. Got a couple of eliminations to back down 1-2. But what 1,200 damage points. So that they were getting those knocks in, but they weren't getting those finishes. Unfortunately, the flush points were not just coming through for them. I might have changed the entire dynamic of the game for them, but Falcon White continue to be consistent with their numbers and with the damage points as well. So they do get into engagement after engagement, but it's not too far-fetched. CMF did get themselves some significant points coming into this game. I think they did close the gates onto the guys from REINCE Esports. The winners from the previous Miramar unfortunately got caught out in this Miramar. They got swept away relatively very early. Brute Force was also there trying their best, to work through, but 22 points for 70 again, doing a magnificent job. 11 for the guys from CMF holding on, that placement point coming in clutch for them. But A1 in in third place with 9 points. The point distribution is always so insane when you get to look at it. But NHyper, they get themselves 8 points. NASR in fifth place with 7. Falcons White following through again. But Team Queso, 10th game. And INCO unfortunately getting swiped out again. NB managed to get at least 1 point on the board. Alpha 7 with 2 there. An unfortunate scenes there, but they did not crack the code just yet. But ladies and gentlemen, it is not over yet. One more opportunity for a team to swipe a chicken dinner coming into the final match of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the ATAR Stars Cup special event brought to you by ATAR and METAGOOGOL.TECH. Do not forget to scan that QR code on the right-hand side or the top right-hand side of your screen to get to download the METAGOOGOL app for your Android or your iOS device. And once you do not forget to upload all shades of content that you like and create engagement. The post with the most engagements, don't forget, will walk away with a prize. And it's going to be interesting what that prize is. Like I said, I myself will be, indulging in such activity because I'm trying to see what that prize is going to be. So, I'm super excited to see what that is in store for us. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 games down, 1 more to go. By the time we return, Eranjo will be the final map, and we will be wrapping up today's game. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, catch you guys right after this break. Oh, okay. So production just updated me right now that we've got 4 matches instead of 5. So I'm guessing that's gonna be, that's gonna be it for today. So big shout out to every single one of you that tuned into the stream. Big shout out to every single person that downloaded the MetaGoogle app. It's not too late, scan the code, download the app, and we are gonna catch you guys tomorrow, same time, and a brand new set of teams as well. So you stay tuned and stay strapped. Catch you guys tomorrow. Good night.